Help video rationalize binomial denominators level 2. So I just thought it'd be nice if you guys saw these steps and do some example problems for you guys. So here's example 1. So first we're going to find the conjugate. The conjugate is the opposite of this operation right there. So the conjugate of 8 minus radical 7 is 8 plus radical 7. So what we're going to do is go ahead and multiply top and bottom by that. Now, when we go about this, you guys have to just make sure you do your double distribution. So I'm going to space stuff out. So you got to distribute the 7 to both of these. Green. The radical 7 to both of these. The 8 to both of these, and we gotta distribute the negative radical 7 to both of these. So this is where you guys have to really hone down on your skills as in terms of multiplication. 7 times 8 is 56. 7 times radical 7, 7 radical 7. Now we're on the green pathway, right? Radical 7 times 8, 8 radical 7, radical 7 times square root of 7. So since radical 7 times itself, you guys, you get the number back, which will just be 7. Now you could do square root of 49, you guys, but 49 is a perfect square, so square root of 49 is just 7. Now we're going to move on. Blue, we got 8 times 8 for 64. 8 times radical 7 for 8 radical 7. Now we're on the orange one. Negative rad 7 times 8. Negative 8 radical 7. And negative rad 7 times rad 7. Negative times a positive is a negative. Radical 7 times itself is going to give you a 7. So we simplify this. These you guys are going to cancel because you guys can combine like terms there. On the bottom, 64 minus 7, you guys, is 57. And on the top, 56 plus 7 is 63. Now you guys can combine these. So 7 plus 8 is going to be 15 square root of 7. Now, 63, 15, and 57 can all be divisible by 3. So divide top and bottom by 3. And your guys' final answer would be 21 plus 5 radical 7 all over, I believe that is 19. So again, just make sure you guys practice your multiplication skills and combining like terms and simplifying. Now you guys are going to face problems like example 2. So again, multiply by the conjugate, right? That's a plus. So we're going to multiply top and bottom by the square root of 12 minus the square root of 2. So top and bottom. Now let me separate this, and we are going to do our lovely double distribution. Radical 3 multiply to both of these. Negative square root of 8 multiply to both of those. Square root of 12 distribute to those. And the square root of 2 distribute to those. Okay, so let's go. Purple. The square root of 3 times the square root of 12. That is the square root of 36. 3 times 12, 36. Square root of 3 times the negative square root of 2, negative square root of 6. Now we're on the green. Negative square root of 8 times square root of 12 is negative square root of 96. And negative square root of 8 times a negative square root of 2. Negative times a negative is a positive, and 8 times 2 is going to be square root of 16. Now we got the blue. Square root of 12 times square root of 12. Now, since it times itself, right, that's just going to be a 12. Square root of 12 times negative square root of 2, negative square root of 24. Square root of 2 times square root of 12 We're on the orange, plus square root of 24. And square root of 2 times negative square root of 2. Positive times a negative, it's a negative, and rad 2 times itself is just going to give you 2. So these will cancel. Now let's just simplify all of our square roots, right? So first, 12 minus 2 on the bottom, you guys, is just 10 in the denominator. Now, this square root of 36, that's a perfect square of 6. Can't simplify this, so we're going to drop that down. We can simplify that. So, 96, break it down. 6 times 16, 3 times 2, 4 times 4, 2 times 2, 2 times 2. Pairs of 2s, left over of a 3 and a 2. So on the outside of the square root, 2 times 2, because of the pairs, and our leftover is 3 times 2. So 4 square root of 6. So we're going to have minus 4 square root of 6. And the square root of 16 is a perfect square of 4. Now let's combine like terms. 4 and 10, 6 and 4 can combine, and these can combine right there. 6 plus 4 is 10. Negative 1 minus 4 is negative 5, radical 6, all over 10. And what you guys should notice is 10, negative 5, and 10 can all be divisible by 5. And your guys' final answer is 2 minus square root of 6 all over 2. So make sure you guys practice, and hopefully this helps you guys out.